Happy February, everyone. Thank you so much for coming back. And for those of you who are new, welcome. My name is Joanna the Medium. These are going to be readings for February 2018. They are general readings, so I tap into various aspects. What I focused on the most was to give you information that will ultimately help you become a stronger individual that is able to create your abundance, your joy, and your happiness. So I always have that in mind, and Spirit will always give me information that will help you understand yourself on a much deeper level, and also help you understand where you're going and what it is that you might do in order to help you accomplish certain goals. The energy of the eclipse of January 31st came into play in these readings, and I actually talk about that extensively on the last radio show, which I have posted, and I think the link is down below for you, where I do readings and conversation with Amma, and in a second hour we talk about how the January 31st eclipse affects us personally and also globally. And I actually channeled some messages from Spirit about this eclipse, which I'm not an astrologer, and I'm confirm it, so that was actually quite neat for me. So if you want to listen to it, do so. That link is down below, and because that energy will definitely affect you for the next 6 months, and I saw the effects of it in all the readings, including the relationship readings. So many things are leaving because we are being prepared for something bigger, for something new, for something more exciting. So you might have noticed the shift of energy the last few weeks. I certainly have, which is why these videos are late, but they will also keep these energies, the shifts will transpire throughout the next 6 months or so, I've been told. These are general readings, so they may not make sense to you right away. They almost never make sense to you at the beginning, so please listen to them at the end. Also, the love readings, which I go into detail about relationships of any sort. If you would like to have that for the entire 2018, that link is down below for you, so go ahead and go there. And I think that's all I have. I want to wish you wonderful Valentine's Day if you celebrate it. If you don't, I wish you wonderful February regardless. And without further ado, of course, if you would like a private session, that information is down below. But without further ado, let's start off with your general February readings. And of course, listen to your rising sign and your moon sign, because they will often add way more information than the sun sign reading. So without further ado, let's move on to readings. Hello, beautiful Sagittarians. This is going to be a reading for the month of February, general reading. It feels to me for many of you like this is a love reading, even though I've done the entire 2018 relationship readings just a moment ago. But for some of you, this is looks like it's going to be a relationship reading. So let me start off first by, that's really weird, because I want to say, let me start off first by saying congratulations to some of you. And I see the two of you coming together. So forming union. Some of you have recently formed some sort of a union. It could be a contractual basis, as in working with somebody. So this could be a job, a project, some sort of an idea you started working on. For some of you, it's to do with a relationship. So you either just got married or just got engaged. So for that just kind of came out of the blue. Okay, so that's for those of you who, I don't know who you are, but congratulations. Your entire energy here is gearing towards expansion. So what does that mean? It means that you are moving forward into brand new territories for many of you, and you will be expanding not only your own view of the world, but most importantly, the way you fit in it, which allows you to attract opportunities. And this is going to be whole sorts of different opportunities, including finances. But there's something else I want to say here. Okay, it will also allow you to be much more open to receiving. And I feel like January played a big part in it. February is going to be almost like a solidifying month for many of you. Some of you may be solidifying something on the actual 14th day, which is, well, Valentine's Day. So that sounds to me like a proposal, engagement, whatever it is. but many of you will, there's an important date, aside from being Valentine's Day. Within it, there is some sort of an importance. And for some of you, it's solidifying something already in the works. It could be a career opportunity, and it just happens to be on the 14th day. Because okay, for some of you, you're going to sign papers, and I hear sold. So maybe you're buying something or selling something. Could be anything. Could be vehicle, or it could be an auction item, or it could be a home. Point is, that's again solidifying a relationship that is contractual. Let me just see if there's anything else. With that comes new beginnings and also choices and decisions. So let's start off with the cards. Okay, he's asking me to say that some of you are literally standing at a point of decision, and some of you need to decide quick, whatever that is for you. And there is this hastiness. I need to decide quick. This could be, I don't know what it is, but it's going to be like, I need to decide now, or somebody's telling you need to decide now. It's really important to pay attention to your intuition, because I feel like you're going to struggle. Which way do I go? What do I take? Some of you, this could be a situation where you have two propositions, or you're dealing with something to something, and you need to decide which way to go, and you don't know what to do. If you are faced with a situation where you have to decide really fast, ask if you can buy yourself some time, even if it's just 12 hours, so you can sit with it and decide what you truly want. This is very important, because they're saying to me it's a big decision. So it's not going to be obviously for all of you. This is a general reading, but it's some big decision that will be potentially in your life for a very, very long time. Maybe it's a proposal. Okay, that would be weird. Maybe it's a proposal and you are surprised and someone is proposing to you, and oh my God, you have to decide and you don't know what to do. Asking for an extension for the answer probably is, that's tricky. So I don't know how many of you are going to be faced with that situation. Hopefully not too many. But just listen to your intuition, because I know some of you are bound to say yes when you really mean no. And yeah, so that's what I'm going to say. Now, moving on to the cards. The first card that represents your actual energy or the focus is brilliant. You've got the Seven of Wands. Stand your ground. So this is about being solid in your convictions. It's about not settling and not allowing other people to dictate to you what you want. This is about setting yourself free through the sheer determination of knowing what you need to do in order to correct what needs to be corrected to get what you want. So this is about, it's about being firm in your decision. And what did we just talk about? So for some of you, it does talk about a battle. So you might be fighting with somebody, or you're just trying to make a point to somebody. It is a wand card, so this could be around career, but this could also be a decision pertaining to a relationship, which you have a lot of those in the relationship reading, so that wouldn't surprise me. What I also want to say here, watch out so that you don't overstep your boundaries, or you don't go when you don't go where you're not welcome. So that's a fairly self-explanatory statement, but it's supposed to mean something to you at the time when it's happening. So just kind of put it on the shelf and see how that makes sense to you at the end of February. Point is, be firm in your decisions by knowing what you truly want. That's really important. It's key. And if this has anything to do with relationships, I certainly understand why, because your entire relationship reading talks about major shifts and facing your fears. So if you want more in-depth information, by all means, that information is down below. Okay, what are we leaving behind? Two cards came up. You have the Knight of Wands and you have Three of Pentacles in reverse. So the way so this is you. You're the fire sign. It's a representation of you. This card talks about someone who is not part of a team, lack of coordination, lack of working as a team, lack of lack of collaboration. But here's how I see this. I actually feel like for some of you, you feel like you were pushed away by someone who was withholding from you. So that feels to me like a relationship. I mean, yes, it could be in anything. I feel like you were pushed out. Either someone pushed you away or you were forced out because there was lack of, I want to say lack of leadership, but I also want to say lack of commitment to one another. This could be a job situation, or lack of working together. So then I said, okay, show me, what is this about? You've got the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So the Page of Pentacles often talks about manifestation. It's also a card connected to new opportunities. So this is telling me that this is about mostly, this is going to be financial. This is probably going to be in your work area or in your business area, career area. And it's either you were vying for a new job and you didn't get it, or what do you represent? Who are you? Okay, I'm asking who this page, who are you? I talk to cards. And what I'm getting here is that you did not honor your commitment. They said you're not honoring your commitment. So I don't know what that means. It could be that you didn't honor commitment to yourself and you found yourself in a situation that wasn't right for you. You didn't honor a commitment on your part and somebody else was disappointed. There's something here that is to do with the level of your commitment to yourself or to the other party. But I'm going to leave that off because it is in your past. So that is what you're leaving behind. However, it is influencing you. And that's why I feel you need to stand your ground. So maybe there was a feeling of unfairness here. Okay. Now, what is going on in February? Brilliant. You have 2 of Cups, which is in your relationship. You have 9 of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. And you have the Fool. It is in reverse. All it tells me is that there is a risk here. So in February, many of you are going to form brand new relationships that will be emotionally very satisfying, very deep. Okay. It also means that it's end of a struggle for many of you, emotionally speaking, or it will end an emotional struggle. Now, this card, yes, it's a love card. Absolutely, this can be, I mean, if you're proposing to somebody and solidifying a relationship, well, there you go, right? And that is a long-term fulfillment. But it could also suggest here, and actually what is being shown to me, that this can be a career moment where you are finally getting the career or the job that you really want, and you are so excited because it is what you're looking for. It does represent that all of this, whatever the 2 of Cups is for you, whoever you're forming your relationship with, it could also be that you are reviving a relationship with somebody, with a current partner, but this feels new to me. And since you are pushed out by somebody in your past, this comes as a welcome surprise. So this Page of Pentacles, representing opportunities, I feel this is the opportunity. This is a new opportunity for you waiting in the month of February. Now, I just heard March, so for some of you, this is going to be March. So there's longevity with it. The Fool in reverse tells me that be mindful of your expectations. And although, yes, there is risk involved in anything that we start, it is very important for you not to be foolish. In other words, you really need to know what you want, okay? When you get into any kind of a relationship, really know what you want, whether it's career, job, or you know, with a person. Knowing what you want will allow you to stay firm in your decision-making process. So it feels to me like there is some risk here, and it's important for you to be fundamentally transparent with yourself is one word, but honest with yourself is what I want to say, because you're less likely to make a mistake. But there's a brand new beginning for you guys, for many of you, in the month of February and March. Now, I asked for where you're going. So you have 5 cards popped up. So you have King of Coins in reverse, you have the 8 of Cups, and then you have 5 of Cups in reverse. So this is your potential future. So what I'm feeling here is that some of you will be walking away from a person who is most likely an earth sign. Okay, this could be walking away from someone who's controlling. This could be a work situation, and most likely it is. Or you will be meeting with someone, or you will be dealing with somebody who tends to be a little bit controlling. Now, because for some of you, I see you walking towards someone like that. So the King of Coins represents someone who is, well, earth energy, number one, but he's very practical. In reverse, there seems to be, well, I want to say stingy. So this person hoards. He could be a hoarding, or someone who is financially holding back. So I don't know who this represents. This could be an aspect of you. And it's saying, don't be like that. Don't hold back. So I'm not quite sure what this represents. Point is, you are walking away from some unhealthy situation. And the 5 of Cups, to me, says that you're moving on, which is fantastic, because the 5 of Cups card is the card of poverty. It's the emotional poverty card. It's the focusing on the loss, on what was, and not seeing what is still there. This is moving away from that, and that is fantastic. And that could very well be this King of Pentacles, King of Coins, whoever he is for you. Okay, this could be a father figure from long time ago that has left you feeling a certain way that's not good, and you're walking away from that. Okay, now I said, okay, what information do you have as far as what's the word I'm looking for? I just lost the train of thought. Advice. Okay, you have the Temperance card in reverse, or this is not advice, this is what to focus on. Temperance in reverse, and you have the Queen of Swords. Okay, so Temperance in reverse is all about hastiness, impatience. And Queen of Swords is someone who is it's a woman who is very sharp with her intellect, and she can do some damage with her words. Okay, the message here is, don't be too impatient and be immaculate with your words. Okay, because you have the card of standing your ground, this makes sense to me that when you're in a fighting mode, you might be using your words in a way that can be hurtful, okay? And obviously make you impatient. What they're saying here is, turn this energy around and become the Temperance herself. She's emotionally very balanced. You can see these 2 cups, and she's pouring back and forth. So there's an equal exchange of emotions. She's also very patient, and she has wings, which means she knows herself. She's solid, she or he. So be more like this person. And the Queen of Swords, as we talked about, very sharp tongue, in reverse, very sharp tongue. She does represent a female, but it could be a male, because this is a general reading, but this is an advice card. So watch your tongue, watch what you say. Now he's asking me to give you one more card here, and I haven't used these yet. So additional message for the soul. Okay, so additional message for the soul for Sagittarians. I never do this live. I never do this in front of you guys, because I feel it's a waste of your time, because it makes the video so much longer. So that's why I tend not to do it. But when they ask me live, that is that is what I see. So right off the bat, he's asking me to say this: focus your attention on your strength, not your weaknesses. Okay? When we focus our attention on the things we don't have, which is the negative stuff, we have a tendency to be shorter, more agitated, and less in control of our emotions. Oops, there we go. Okay, beautiful. You have the card Harmony. And it was shown to me in reverse. All this means to me is that harmony, what is harmony? Harmony is balance. It is equilibrium. It is the Temperance. Where is she? It is the Temperance card. Where did she go? It's the Temperance who emotionally is very balanced. That's what this is. So what this is saying here, there's a lot of red in here. Focus on managing your emotions as you go through these challenging moments. Okay, there's a lot of red and yellow. Yellow is all about your solar plexus. It's confidence, it's passion. Red is very deep. Red is all about security. It's money, it's finances, it's our financial house, it's how we feel about ourselves, our value. So you need to find a way to feel harmonious within you, because it is within you that the harmony within you that eventually finds itself in your physical world. But we know that, right? We do know that. Particularly coupled with this card, Stand Your Ground, and with watching your words. Very important. He's asking me to do one more card. Okay, this is exciting. Maybe I'm going to do this more often. For some of you, please pay attention to your breathing, because you're very shallow breathers. And when you hold your breath, particularly if you have an anxiety or tendencies toward an anxiety, shallow breathing exasperates your condition. So this is being mindful, which is also bringing your awareness to the now. What's the additional message? They keep showing me the number 8 with you. So this is a time where you will feel strong, but also will require a lot of strength of yours to deal with certain situations. Now, do remember we had the eclipse January 31st, and those take stuff from us that no longer serves us. So doesn't surprise me. This card landed in reverse, but okay. Belonging in reverse. What this is saying to me is that there's some healing for you to do with regards to how you feel about yourself within your environment. Do you deep within feel a sense of isolation? And if so, that will always translate itself in your physical life. When we feel like we belong, we feel a sense of safety. What this is asking you to focus on is harmony, which essentially will allow you to feel much more at peace within yourself, which will allow you to feel much more like you belong, and then the universe can give to you. Remember, when you feel fundamentally strong within, you expect only the best. It doesn't mean that shit is not going to happen. Pardon me my French. It just means you'll be able to deal with it much better. But also allowing the universe to give to you. Okay? And we do this by first knowing what it is that we want, and by standing our ground and not compromising our integrity. So with that said, I want to say best of luck. Thank you so much for sharing, for liking, for subscribing. If you would like a private session to see how this finds its way to your home or to your life, that information is down below. Thank you so much. Have yourself a wonderful Valentine's Day if you celebrate it, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.